So for the sake of ScrewTube and um, the the situation with words and all that lovely stuff, I'm going to be changing a word, common word, fairly, to like cran and cranberry. So we're going to go and use that. But current shower thought is this. So I've been seeing a lot of articles and videos about people who are liking cranberry. So there's this notion among people who identify as cran that there is this whole group of hidden cran people, hiding because they're afraid of coming into the public eye, and like they're gonna be ridiculed by people, or they're afraid to get help and go and transition to being cran fully and yada yada. But let me see how I want to put this. So a majority of these people who identify as cran, and correct me if I'm wrong, are identifying first as having gender dysphoria, which is a medical condition. I'm not sure if it's purely psychological, or if it has more to do with a different area. But in any case, gender dysphoria. So the current narrative is like, protect cran rights, do this for cran, protect pronouns and all this type of thing. And it's gained a lot of traction in the media, as you probably know already. So there's this thought process, like when it comes to children, they're trying to really push it. And as far as kids are concerned, they're cran kids. They need hormone therapies and cran therapies, and sometimes surgeries will come into the conversation, hopefully when they're older, but I'm not sure. So my point being with this is that there's some type of thought process going on, that there are these hidden groups of cran people, and the cran people. My opinion of it is there is no such thing as cran people, okay? There's just people who experience such extreme gender dysphoria, which is a medical condition, that they transition to being what they mentally and physically feel is their right sex. And that's it. So there's no just hidden race of cran people among the general population. There's the entire human population, and there's a very, very small minority of people who experience extreme gender dysphoria. And this is how they are dealing with it currently. I'm pretty sure that eventually we'll get to the point where we treat this a lot better, and we don't pump it up in the media so much as to glorify and glamorize it to such a ridiculous degree, that it's really missing the point of giving them the help that they need, and also influencing very young children who may or may not even be cran. We all went through puberty, and we all experienced times when we felt more masculine than feminine, maybe, or more like a dinosaur than a person. But, you're a kid. You grow out of that. You become who you are, and you're healthy, functioning adult in society for the majority of us. And if you think about it, if you were told when you were a kid and you were a girl and you were a tomboy climbing trees or picking up bugs, that you're probably a boy, then that's very mixed signals. It's not healthy at all unless you came to your parent and told them, hey, I think something might not be right. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. If something happens naturally, it's progressing naturally without any external influences that steer you in a way. Much like cold reading. To pick an example, like if you have a psychic and they're trying to read your mind and you're like, well, I came to you because somebody recently, passed in my family and I need some help, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, I'm seeing a male, female. And you're like, yes, a female. It was your aunt. And then they're just going off these cues from you, A, B, C, D, E. What does the first name start off? Cold reading, guiding you to tell them what's happening. They're not really a psychic. They're just trying to mentally, find out what's going on so they can be paid. That's much the same way. You don't want to guide somebody, especially children, unnaturally toward a decision that may, what's the word? That may just destroy their life. If I had transitioned to a man or a boy when I was a kid, my life would be ruined. And I was seriously a tomboy. So that's it, really. A lot of things that people are identifying as, and when I say that, I mean all of the very newest things that people are identifying. Like I heard there's something called cake. Like they're identifying as food now. And I just thought, that's great if it's in your head and that's the things you want to live by. Same as a person who steps out their house and they rub some rocks on the ground and get into their car, and that's their way of making sure their whole day is going to go great. But you don't need to say, hey, I'm the rock people and we need to be, you need to address me as a rock when you talk to me. But, a lot of these things can just be kept inside a person's head. You don't need to tell everybody this. Just go about your day, respect everybody, and keep it moving. And for the majority of everything, just respect people. Just respect each other. Show each other respect. And that's it. And not just for you, not just people coming to show me respect. Show other people respect as well. We're losing that a lot, the young generation. You need to respect everyone. Not just expect to get respect without showing it in return. That's basically it.